care. Geriatric care is a medical term, and I think we need to give this a more human touch. The National Council for the Care for the Elderly is again a good idea, but the social services are there. There is a directorate. I don't see why we need another national council. Everybody will come. The CEO will want a four-wheel drive. They will need this. They will need that. This will take up a lot of money. I think there's a directorate for the elderly, which we can form very much within there and allow the directorate to hold. The directorate for the, we also need some sort of format or rules of what elderly care requires, whether there is care home for the elderly, the residential care home, the day care centers, the community health. Madam Chair, Madam Speaker, when we ignore our children and don't send them to primary school, we commit an offense. I would suggest that we look at an offense, that if we do not take care of our parents, we would be committing an offense. The stipend of 2,000 is a joke. In my constituency, over 200,000 people, no, less than maybe 100, 120 get this 2,000 when they get it. Sometimes it takes 6 months. And then those are also stolen by other conmen and other people who come, even their grandchildren, who take the money away. The abuse of the elderly has been there. We have taken no action right now on that home that took place the other day where they've been beating up the elderly. And I think this is very important, that not only this, but we must have a framework so that we can put what is called effective action. Madam Speaker, the president of Rwanda about 10 years ago taught me this, that this is very good to have vision, but vision without implementation is hallucination. We hope that this geriatric bill, or what we hope to change the name, will be able to put in force immediately. It is passed, some structure, some format, some template, so that we can have we have the directorate, or what do you call it, the National Council, whatever we call it, to help the aged. These aged are quality people. I have some people who are professors. Professor Bethel Ogot, for one. He's nearly 95 years old, but he has got the brains better than me. I myself, Madam Chair, I'm 70 years old, so you'll call me an elderly soon. Where will I go? Is there an elderly home for old parliamentarians? I don't know whether, I know there isn't. But what do we do with our old parliamentarians? I've seen some of them who have been leaders sitting at home, rotting and doing nothing. Even the pension that they get is peanuts. So I think what we need to do, the elderly must be cared for as a priority. The children must be cared for as a priority. Long gone are the times where I think in Europe now, people take care of their cats, people take care of their dogs more than they take care of their own family. Because we go from here at a cost to go and take care of the elderly, clean them up. They are not all elderly, are not senile. The all elderly are not dementia. The situation is, even if they are senile, even if they are dementia, and even if they are looking like mad, they were here. They have a right to this country, more right than the young, and more right that they have been there in the fight for this independence of this country. I hardly see an elderly person being given any recognition. I mean, Didier Kimathi, for one, the old who passed away, his own wife was not treated well. And there are so many who are not treated well. The elderly must be given recognition by the state, recognition by the county governments, recognition by the authorities. I was in Germany and I wanted to get on a train, and I was buying the ticket and I was told, no, you are elderly, over 65, you don't need a ticket. I still wanted to buy. I went to an orchestra and I wanted to pay. They said, no, yours is half price. What happens here in this country is they charge you even more. If you're in a matatu and you're an elderly, they charge you even more. So I think I do recommend, I support very much this bill. I do urge my members of parliament, let us look at this, let us strengthen it, let it give it the bite that it requires, and let's look after the elderly the way they looked after us in our youth. Madam Speaker, thank you very much for indulgence, and thank the House, and I thank the sponsor of the bill. Asante sana. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, you may choose to speak for 5 minutes. I'm saying you may because we did not limit time at the beginning of the motion, so that a few more of you can speak, because I'm just looking at the screen and many people have expressed interest. We will now go to the Honorable Andrew Okwome, member for Karachonyo. And I'm informed that you are the most senior in terms of age. Yes. So you may have something to say about this. Move to the next mic.
Madam Speaker, thanks so much for giving me this opportunity. And when I want to contribute to this motion, Madam Speaker, directly in front of you and on my left, I see a very noble writing saying, this house is for the welfare of society and the just government of the people. Our elderly are part of our society, right from the family level, community level, up to national level. I'm very happy that this bill is trying to address very seriously the issue of the welfare of our aged. Madam Speaker, a society that cannot take care of their aged, I would say it's a sick society. It is an unjust society. It is non-caring society. I know this house is not for that. And based on what I've just said, I automatically support this motion. If a council is created that will be taking care or looking after the care of our aged, we will have established a system that can even make longer the lives of these aged people we are talking about. Knowing that Kenya cares for them is medicinal. It cures them, it strengthens their lives, it gives them good health, it increases their lives. That's why the creation of this council will be a very important step. And then this society will also be taking care of this age through possibly the family as the beginning. Because the family knows this particular aged person we are talking about more than any other person. We need to know more, or the council needs to know more of what's happening with this particular aged person through the member or through members of the family of that aged person. And then we progress to the community as a whole, so that the community can also be encouraged by law to ensure that the aged in their community do enjoy the remaining part of their lives. We can then progress